I'm very excited about the future of the world. We are in a threshold of making dramatic changes. I want to keep my fingers crossed, and I don't want to go into that. But I want to talk about what I plan myself to do during 2017. I'm going to be traveling or touring United States and Europe with a new program, and that program is about creating a supermind. Although the program is a new one, the content is not new. The content comes from the Indian Yogis and Siddhas, who dedicated their lives to develop the highest level of intelligence and succeeded. They turned their body into light and then disappeared. This is the highest level of achievement. But then there are a lot of other levels that you have to go through in order to turn matter into light. It's all about training the mind or training consciousness. There are three major modules. The one module which is very popular is the model of developing Siddhi powers discussed by Patanjali in his Yoga Sutras. And he says just focus only on the matter and then take yourself out of the process, and then you just only focus on the object with utmost concentration. There are levels that he talks about. You go to the concentration, level 1 concentration, level 2 concentration, level 3 and concentration, level 4. And the concentration level 3 and level 4 are very important. The level 3, you just only focus on the object to the exclusion of your eye consciousness. I've taught many courses on that. But now I will do it differently, because my understanding has gotten even beyond whatever understanding I had. And everything, see, for instance, Patanjali says, Arthamatra nirbhasham swarupa sunyam iva samadhi. Just artha, object, is the most important thing. Now the question arises, what about the sounds? The sounds, on the one hand, that created a mental image, and then the object that is outside in the space. Say, instance, there's a horse. Horse is a bunch of alphabets and the sound, and the actual horse is outside in the space, and then there is a relationship between the two. The object is called the artha. But now it came to me, why? Because after many hours of meditation, why worry about object? Just worry about the shabda, sounds. So that's how I would teach. So I'm going to teach 3 modules, and I will go across the United States and Europe for 2017. The first is how the brain, different parts of the brain, the yogic brain, function, and what are the and how we can develop different levels of consciousness, activating different parts of the yogic brain. That is module 1. There will be theories and techniques to get beyond logic and reasoning. That will be the goal for all the three modules, but primarily for the first module. The second module would be to incarnate a divine being. You channel the divine being. You identify yourself with the divine being. And your consciousness is, your ego is annihilated. And then whatever knowledge or whatever accomplishments come through belong to the angel or God or being that you are incarnating. And that's a great module. And that, see, for instance, you want to be like a particular God who has specialized on Siddhi powers. Ganesha specialized on Siddhi powers. That's why sometimes in most places he's called Siddhi Vinayaka. Means the Ganesha who has mastered that. There are other deities that you can incarnate too. There are stages. And they are relatively more engaging and more lively and more appealing to our human consciousness. So that is module 2. So that will use a number of techniques to get to that level. Number 3 is the highest level of consciousness, and you become just acquire the ability to turn the body into light. So that is the last step. And very few people can accomplish that. In recent history, Swami Ramalingam was the only person who was able to demonstrate it. So that would be like 0.000000001% of the people. But anyway, the teaching itself that goes into the module 3 is very important, because it's about understanding the relationship between mind and matter, and light and matter. So that is module 3. So this seems to be more fulfilling for me to travel and share these new teachings. So that will begin probably in New York, and in the West Coast probably in San Francisco and San Diego. And elsewhere also, I have asked people to come up with a plan to organize my tour. So I look forward to that. God bless.